Why was Britain the first country to industrialize? The Industrial Revolution is one of the most significant events in all of human history. It first began in Britain in the 18th century and soon spread across Europe and North America in the centuries that followed. It led to the creation of the factory system and the mass production of goods, which continues to be important to this day. In this video, we investigate the reasons why the Industrial Revolution first occurred in Britain, including changes in farming practices, abundant natural resources, vast transportation networks, economic freedom, a positive political climate, and technological innovations. Let's explore each of these factors in closer detail. In the 18th century, innovative farming techniques and new technologies increased food production. This surplus of food allowed for a growing population and a significant labor force ready for industrial employment. For example, Britain saw a remarkable change in how people farmed during this time. Historians refer to this development as the agricultural revolution. More specifically, food production increased due to new innovations and inventions, including the discovery of crop rotation by Charles Townshend and the invention of the seed drill by Jethro Tull. The increased food production allowed Britain's population to increase, which benefited the development of industrialization. With more food, there were more people, and this surplus of workers became the backbone of the industrial workforce. The abundant natural resources of Britain also had a major impact on why it became the first country to industrialize. For instance, vast coal deposits fueled the steam engines and factories of the Industrial Revolution. Not only did Britain have large supplies of the resource, but it was also relatively easy to access through surface mines. The mining of coal became even easier after the invention of the steam engine by Thomas Newcomen, which was originally used to pump water out of coal mines. Iron ore was another important resource for industrialization because it provided the materials needed for machinery and infrastructure. As such, Britain's deposits of iron proved incredibly important in its path to industrialize. Another important factor was the transportation networks that helped fuel industrialization in Britain. For instance, efficient and inexpensive transportation routes were vitally important to the development of industrialization. Canals, and later railways, crisscrossed the British countryside and facilitated the movement of raw materials and finished goods. These transportation networks also connected industrial centers and ports and made it easier to move raw materials and finished products. Economic freedom and political stability also led Britain to industrialize. In the 18th century, Britain was undergoing an economic transformation which centered on the principles of capitalism and economic freedom. The stability of the British political system assisted in these economic reforms, which fostered increased business activity. As such, this allowed business owners and entrepreneurs to more easily establish factories and mines across the country. The growth of economic freedom also helped inventors to bring their new machinery and innovations to market. In fact, one of the key features of the Industrial Revolution was the explosion in new technologies, such as in the British textile manufacturing industry. For example, inventions such as the power loom, spinning jenny, and water frame helped to speed up clothing and cloth production. These inventions were central to industrialization and were one of the main transformative effects of the Industrial Revolution. Overall, a combination of factors caused Britain to be the first country to industrialize. These factors included changes in farming practices, abundant natural resources, vast transportation networks, economic freedom, a positive political climate, and technological innovations.